cause I'm Reggie White. I'm all might in a dog fight. You frauds tight, you can't get your call right. I'm all nice, I'm everywhere, you all right. This is a massive thing and you still fall slice. Some might say that I'm good, I'm fantastically fitted in every hood. Them things sitting everywhere you wish you could. You get swarmed with the storm, no matter where I begin. You possibly can't.
Hey guys, welcome back to the lab. We are here with some more exclusive content. Today we're joined by Edweird See for another episode of Sundaze with the Clink Room. Edward, how are you doing?
Pretty good, man. How about yourself?
Can't complain. We're at the end of the week. For anyone watching now, it's Sunday, so I hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday. But I've been a long fan of your work. I really wanted to get you in here for a long time, so I appreciate you kind of joining us and giving the people a chance to get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate the invite.
No problem. With that being said, who are you, where are you from, and what got you started in the world of art?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm originally from the Bay Area, Northern California, and I moved down to San Diego about 20 years ago. I actually came down here for art school, and you'd think, you know, an art hub, you know, there's a big art hub in San Francisco, but you know, the beaches aren't as nice. So I came down here to San Diego and you know, went to art school. I've actually been drawing and doing art all my life, you know, since as long as I can remember. I'm going to be drawing till I die, you know. I'm going to be just making stuff, you know. I got stuff in my head and I got to like get it out. So I've been drawing all my life and, you know, continue keeping that going. Been a big time hat lover, you know, since I was a teen. So, you know, it kind of came naturally once I, you know, came across the Clink Room. You know, designing hats and stuff. I love hats. I love what the Clink Room is doing, and you know, it just kind of fit naturally. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And you know, out here, I every once in a while I'll do pop-ups. You know, I'll sell some art. I make prints of my work, and you know, sometimes sell it online and stuff too. But you know, just trying to grow with the art and just putting it out there and see what the universe gives back. And sometimes, you know, it gives back a lot.
Nice. Are you a sports fan?
I am a sports fan, but you know, being from the Bay, all my teams are up there, you know. So big time Niner fan, big time Warriors fan, you know. Like the Giants, the San Jose Sharks. I'd say like the only San Diego team, I'd say probably the Gulls, the minor league hockey team, the Gulls. But yeah, I'm a big time sports fan too. So big time, and it got me into hats too.
Okay, so your loyalties lie from where you're.
Yeah, you know, that's where I'm from. I can't switch it up, you know. I'm loyal to the soil, you know.
Fair enough. Your work incorporates elements of like street art and pop culture. What kind of like inspires your creative process?
You know what? Growing up, you know, I was a tagger. You know, I was doing like street art and stuff, and I'd say one of the biggest influence, you know, in graffiti in general is like Cheech Wizard characters, like Von Bodie style of characters. I'd say that's a big influence just in graffiti in general, and also being kind of growing up and being into comics, comic books. You know, that kind of had a bit of an influence as well. I'd say once I got into college, I kind of figured out a way kind of how to mash things up, you know. So I took some influences from the comics like Jim Lee, Sam Keith, you know, those type of artists, try to mix it in with the more simplified graffiti characters, and just kind of mix that in together. And it kind of just came up the way it is. And, you know, every time trying to do something new, you know, I find myself trying to reverting back to that. But it's always good to just try to push the envelope and do something else, you know. So I always got to keep it, you know, keep moving.
All right, so you took your regular medium, which you mentioned would be like a big wall or even paper, and you've kind of shifted that canvas and you've moved it onto a more wearable format, which is a hat. Does that really change your approach to how you design and your process to what logos and stuff you can use?
A little bit, just because you know, I feel like my style is really detailed, and you can't be too detailed when it comes to designing logos, or you got to keep in mind, you know, how big the logo is going to be. You know, as far as embroidery goes, you don't want the details that you have in there to get, you know, kind of washed out or anything. So I definitely had to like try to simplify things
Yeah.
in order for it to, you know, pop up on a hat and whatnot. So there's that definitely. Yeah. But I mean, I try to keep it, you know, try to keep it as true to its form as much as possible.
Yeah. I think like the big thing that I've noticed when looking at your kind of portfolio for hats is that you got like a really bold and distinctive style. And you aren't afraid to use like really dark outlines or really bold outlines when it's called for, and then other times when it looks like it's flat fill or like a flat color on the
Mhm.
mock-up. When you see it in hand, it's like all textured, and
Yeah.
they do a great job of kind of taking your style and kind of almost leveling it up when it comes to embroidery and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree with that. Clink does an amazing job with the embroidery for sure.
Mhm. Yeah. Can you kind of walk us through your typical like creative process when you're working on a new design, basically from like concept to final product?
Yeah, I mean, like I used to kind of start off with the colorways of the hat, and then I would just kind of try to come up with a good character that'll match those colorways. I
Hmm.
started off like that, but then I kind of realized that like, nah, that's not it makes it kind of tougher.
Yeah.
So and also it just kind of depends on what the situation is, because if people are hitting me up with an idea like a collab or something, then you know I try to, you know, visualize it in my head, and then I'll sketch it out and Procreate, and then, you know, I'll just come out with a bunch of different sketches and try to find out, you know, what fits the best. If it's something that I'm doing by myself, I mean, honestly, I'm just kind of doodling and sketching whatever, and whatever comes out comes out. And
Yeah.
then once I do that, again, I'll trace it in Illustrator, digitize it, and then just kind of throw it on hat, and then check out the colorway, see what works with the design.
Cool. What do you hope people could feel or even experience when they're wearing one of your designs?
You know, it when it comes down to it, it's just I'm doing me. You know, I'm doing things that I like, and I'm hoping that people that like my stuff, they just, you know, they get it, you know, because sometimes I get a little weird with it, you know, I go a little out there
Yeah.
with it, got to kind of tone it down, I feel like, you know. So the people that get it, and the people that don't, you know, that's not for everyone. That's fine, you know. But I hope that you enjoy it and just kind of see it as something different. I want to stand out and not stand in line, you know, trying to
Yeah.
do something different. And if it can be, you know, whether the colorways or the style of the art, you know, I just hope that people just, you know, see it and appreciate it for what it is, and you know, they want to see something different.
Yeah. Your artwork also oftentimes has like specific stories or even conveys messages. Are there any recurring themes or narratives that kind of get explored in your work?
You know, I've never really thought about that. I just kind of, like I said, what comes out comes out, and I guess it's
Mhm.
kind of just an extension of me. A lot of people tell me that they can tell it's my style because of the eyes.
Yeah.
Um, you know, I got big eyes, so like I must be something like that, some correlation like that. You know, it's probably all subconscious. To be honest, I'm not trying to convey any messages. I'm not trying to do anything like that. It's just whatever comes out, and you know, it's just what it is.
Yeah. Do you have I often ask this with clinkers, like do you have like a hard time ranking your favorites?
Um, Out of mine,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, and it's also part of it is, you know, Clink does such a good job with like the embroideries, like, because sometimes, like for example, like the square bears, you know, I didn't
Hmm.
think it was going to look as good as it did once I had it in hand. It was like, man, that's like it just came out really great, you know.
Yeah.
I'd say probably, if anything, the Smoke and Ghost, just because it was the first one, you know, and you know, I just feel really blessed once that one made it through to you know, to production. So I think that one probably holds a place in my heart, you know, a little bit near and dear.
Man, the rings and
Yeah,
the
yeah, right.
texture of the cheek and
Yeah.
the
And
feel of the
originally,
ghost.
originally, you know, it was supposed to be a J, you know, but you know, we can't do that. So
Yeah.
somebody, I forgot who it was, but somebody suggested the rings, and you know, so I tried it out, and you know, it came out great, you know.
Yeah. That Square Bears one, I own that hat. That's a real cool one because um Clink rarely has like front panel hats, rail hats. So
Yeah.
that one is for sure cool. And then they re-released it later in a
Yep.
two-tone, which is real cool too.
Yep.
And yeah, man, your art style is just really fun, really cool, kind of edgy. I like it a lot. And then of course you just had Milk and Cookies. I think it just wrapped or just
Yeah, it just wrapped.
yeah,
So yeah, no longer for pre-orders. That was Flashy's idea,
mhm,
and he approached me with that. So I kind of worked up something. They kind of redid it, but I mean, it's all good. It came
yeah,
out really great.
yeah. I like that. Awesome. All right. Do you have any specific clinkers that you kind of look to and kind of influence your style at all, or any clinkers you follow specifically?
I mean, I follow a lot of clinkers. I appreciate a lot of the styles that are out there. Like Phil's got a dope style. Sierra, I love Sierra's work. I did a collab with him that I really liked. I hope would make it through. I really like, and I mean, like I'm Mexican, so it
Yeah.
vibes with me. There's a lot of talented artists out there, and sometimes I get people reaching out to me, and I appreciate it. I feel like maybe I need to reach out to a few more artists that I like as well, and
Hmm.
uh, and also some of the people I've collabed with before, and maybe try to do some more work because doing collabs, they're fun, and what's the point of doing all this if we're not having fun,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
creative energies, you mix up styles, you mix up ideas and whatnot. I think it's great. So yeah.
I like it. In my world, I do both. So I have like customs and I have like licensed product, but at least on the licensed side of it, it's gonna force me to use like teams or side patches that I normally wouldn't, or even
Mhm.
colors and combinations that I
Yeah.
normally stay away from. So I do like that. And then in like the custom world, it's like how do we take like a concept and still be true to like how the artist originally wants it, but still make it fit in the brand. So
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Exactly.
different things to play with there.
Oh yeah.
Um, for you though, like what are some of the things you do to kind of stay like motivated or even inspired as an artist? If you
You know
ever
what?
face that.
Other art inspires me. Other
Mhm.
people's art, other clinkers' art inspires me. Sometimes, I might even have to take a break just because I've been, cranking out I got a bunch of ideas in my head, and
Yeah.
I need to keep it going. But like, re-energize and start just pumping out some designs. And like I said, like I mean, if you look at my page, it's more than just Clink Room designs. I'll just kind of take a break from doing what I'm doing with I make ice cream art. I do, whatever I feel like, and it just kind of whatever it's drawing me to it. And it could be anything. It could be walking around and I see this like dope building or something that's got me, appreciating the architecture or whatever. Could be something I saw online. It could be really anything. Art is everywhere. When you think about it, you just gotta be able to have that lens to see it everywhere. And so I feel like, just on any given day, any given time, something's gonna pop in my head just based on, what I'm seeing or thinking or feeling. And I feel like sometimes the Clink Room, it definitely does inspire you to do more, to want to do more, and just kind of make it my own way, but still, keep it clean.
Yeah. And Clink also based in San Diego. San Diego's got like a really vibrant kind of art
Yeah.
scene. You touched on it earlier. Like how are some of the things that like the cities kind of influence your work and kind of your perspective as an artist?
You know what? Like I said, coming down here for art school, just being in that like creative, like the creative energy was there. Like our break times, we just go out and just draw together. And there's quite a few like drink and draw places out here. There's a few bars out here where they do drink and draws, and it's the same thing. Like the creative energy is like there, and you're just vibing with people, just talking about whatever. Doodling, just yeah, then everyone's doing different kinds of art. Some people actually
Mhm.
come through with their watercolors and their painting while they're sipping on a beer, and we're all just talking about whatever. People that you don't know, going through with your friends. Just happen to share a table with somebody who also is into art, and you guys are just doodling and drawing together, and it's fun. It's a good vibe. you know, and the creative energy is there, and it's just a great thing. And there's a lot of that going on over here. You know, the graffiti scene is still pretty strong. There's other like hat companies, like for example, West Side Love. You know,
Mhm.
that's another company out here that so you know, it's a good scene out here.
Awesome. Awesome. Clink is kind of known for their strong community of fans and supporters. Does interacting with the community impact your work as an artist at all?
A little bit, because you know, people, like I said, people reach out to me and they want to do collabs, and I appreciate all of those people that hit me up. And you know, if I got time, I'm gonna, you know, I'll take a crack at it, see what comes out. I mean, it
Mhm.
might be worth it. Maybe not, might not be the strongest, my strongest work, but I mean, I'm down to give it a shot. You know, like I said, it's all about just having fun with it. So you know, if anybody got an idea they think that my style would work with, you know, I'm all for it. I might not be able to get to it like right away, but you know,
Yeah.
when I can, why not? You know.
Yeah. All right. And then lastly, what's next for you? Or do you have any exciting like kind of projects or collaborations on the horizon that you can share with
Um,
us?
at the moment, nah, not really. I'm trying, like I said, every once in a while I need a break. You know,
Yeah.
I got some other stuff in life going on, so I'm kind of taking a seat back. Hopefully, I'll be getting back into doing more pop ups around here and selling some more
Yeah.
art and some stuff going. Definitely want to do some more Clink hats. For right now, I'm taking a chill pill, but you know, I'll be back and hopefully be back strong.
For sure, for sure. And yeah, I want to encourage anyone to kind of check you out. You have a huge link tree offering, so
Yeah.
you have multiple things here. I see Open Sea. So are you
Yeah.
selling NFTs?
I
Or
was
what?
selling NFTs. Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
I guess I still am. I just haven't really
yeah,
kept. Like I said, if I'm into something, I'm just gonna try getting into it. You know,
yeah,
I make my own hats that aren't Clink Room hats. I
yeah.
sell print artwork. I'm just kind of doing whatever I feel like.
Yeah, yeah. So YouTube channel, Instagram,
Yeah,
obviously, Twitter, and then yeah, you got a whole website dedicated to selling prints. So I encourage
hmm
everyone to check it out. Priced really reasonably,
yeah,
$15. Like, come on.
yeah,
Yeah, check out Edward on all platforms. But all right, cool. Thank you for doing that.
yeah.
And yeah, let's get into the happenings in the Clink Room. So, Clink
Let's
Room,
do it.
for people who don't know, have the Deadstock Drop happen. This happens occasionally after pre-orders have been sent out, and these are kind of like the leftovers, so to speak. So there was 12 that hit the site on the
Okay.
website. We'll cover them as we can. So Dead Man's Revenge, Tyrant, and Soul Scales. What are your thoughts on these three hats?
You know, Dead Man's Revenge. I really like it, man. I think
Yeah,
it's a really unique, even like for the Clink Room. You know, like I think I saw another design by the same guy, but with the clown, right? Am I
yep, yeah.
like,
And
I
he has
think,
the
or at least
Reaper.
submitted? But
Yeah,
I really like the style of it. Um, the um, the scales also against this, you know, that's Sierra. You know, I like Sierra's work. It's always pretty solid. And sorry, I'm on my phone, so I'm trying to read this.
yeah.
What was
Okay, okay.
the one in the middle?
Milosh Tyrant.
Yeah. That's. I mean, again, these are all like really solid designs. Um, Probably if I'm gonna go with one of those, I have to go with Milos's you know, hat. I
Yeah.
probably would cop that. You know, I really like the way it's kind of split. You know, you got the ice on top and the darker colors on the bottom. You know,
Mhm.
so I'd say that one's the one I'd probably cop.
Yeah, I think the one you're thinking about with Ryan Simmons animation was the clown in that kind of three-quarter pose. He
Yeah,
also did, I believe, like a Grim Reaper, so he's kind of like
yeah.
mastered that like three-quarter um,
And you know, if
swinging
something hits,
pose. Yeah,
yeah,
it's pretty
something hits,
badass.
go with it. You know, yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, and then with the soul scales, I believe that's I forget which deity or which Egyptian god. I think he's the one that like transfers you over like the Nile, and then
Oh yeah,
in the afterlife, if you're like I think if your soul or something weighs more than a feather, then you get into the good part one, and if it doesn't, then you're kind of SOL.
Yeah.
So that
Is
one's
it
a real badass one.
Anubis or something? I could be
Anubis,
totally wrong.
yeah,
I
yeah,
have no
that
idea,
sounds
but I
about
think
right.
it's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
watched Moon
right.
Knight.
Yeah, so hopefully, the good stuff you did in the current life will get you to the good part of the afterlife, but Soul
Right.
Steal, Sierra Gons. And then we got Uncle Con, Beef and Broccoli, and Night Owls. Yeah, any initial thoughts on these three?
I love the Uncle Kong. I mean,
Yeah,
anytime there's like a variation, I like variations of things, and
yeah,
that's a really creative one. The beef and broccoli, I mean, a great play on words. I'm not too fond of those colorways, but it works for the hat, especially for that hat. But I, I think it's a great concept and a great, great pun on words. And the night
Night
owls,
Owls.
I'd say that's another pun on words that works pretty
Yeah,
solid. I don't know. I mean, like I like characters, and all these characters are great.
yeah, yeah. Elite pun work here on the
Yeah.
Beef and Broccoli and Night Owl, and then yeah, I like the Kong variations. I like kind of like that original screaming head, and then done on different bodies and things. So, like we got like the Uncle Sam one. That's a
Hmm.
perfect like 4th of July hat
Oh yeah,
for sure.
100%.
Yeah, but great offerings here. And then we got Fresh Pack, Neon Samurai, and Outlaws. What are your thoughts on these?
Fresh pack, I say that's like right up my alley.
Mm.
I do remember those sticks of gums that you'd get with
And the
the with
cards?
the with the playing
Yeah,
cards.
yeah,
I came up on some Garbage Pail Kids recently, and like I was like, should I try this gum? Like probably not. It's not a good idea, but that's a throwback with the gum. I love that. The samurais. I'm not a big neon uh, color guy. Bright colors. I'm cool, but the fact that the concept is of a neon light neon samurai, I think it's pretty solid. Again, I just really like characters, and the outlaw again. It's a dope character. Not so much my favorite kind of colorways. Again, I'm not a bright colors kind of guy.
yeah,
But I do like the character a lot.
yeah. That Fresh Pack's interesting too. It's got contrast stitching on the visor, which you almost never see in
Yeah.
the Clink universe. But yeah, interesting three here. And then we got Circle the Wagons, Jinx, Jolly Roger, and Thankful. I believe Thankful is completely sold out, so
Oh, okay.
it's not even on the website anymore. But yeah, what are your thoughts here on these three?
That's good. Circle the wagons. That's more like my colorway that I like
Like
to
earthy.
yeah. More natural colors and stuff. Great design. What was that Jolly Roger?
Jinx, Jolly Roger.
Digging
Yeah.
yeah, digging how it's kind of like split in half and whatnot. The pirate theme going almost makes me think Tampa Bay because of the crown, the
The
colors of the
Bucks.
crown
Yeah.
and the brim. Thankful. I mean, obviously it's a hit if it's already gone, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's another great design. Yeah.
Yeah. I believe that was based on Marlon's, like his uncle had that picture, or his uncle drew a picture like that or something, and then kind of
Okay.
Casey took that art and made it into a hat, which is awesome.
Yeah,
Um,
and I didn't know the backstory on that.
yeah, and then Jinx Jolly Roger is almost like a glow in the dark piece that's glowing in the light. So like
Yeah.
like that part that's smoked out is a
Yep.
skull, which is really badass. And then yeah, like you said, Circle the Wagon's got a really strong, like kind of earthy tone, almost Vegas gold, wheat, black, real smooth hat. Yeah,
For sure.
I think this was a really good dead stock drop.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely. It's really strong.
yeah. All right. So now we'll cover these next 6 hats. These are all last call, so they will be up for pre-order until midnight tonight, and then they'll be sent off for production. So first we got Star Shredder by Wind Studios, Sunset Cliffs by Casey, and The Road. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. Michelin, The Road to Michelin by Jacobo
Miklan.
Michelin. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Any thoughts here on these three?
I've definitely seen that Wynn's astronaut designs. They're usually a hit. It seems like he's got kind of a niche going on there. And I mean, they're a hit for a reason, right? I mean, I think it's a pretty legit. Sunset Cliffs. That's funny because I know. I mean, that's Casey, right? He's in San
Yeah.
Diego. Sunset Cliffs.
Yeah.
That's a spot out here. Really cool spot. And I think that hat is very much representative of Sunset Cliffs out here. Really beautiful place out here by the beach in San Diego. And damn, I might have to cop that one. The Road to Mictlan again. It's like I said, I'm Mexican. I fuck with those type of style hats, and I think that's another great one. I like the colors too. I like the red with the black and
Yeah.
the kind of like it looks like the Mexican flag colors on the side patch, huh?
Exactly. Yeah. And then the dog is that Mexican hairless dog.
Yeah, the Cholo Swingle. Yeah.
Yeah, that one is badass. He's in the lowrider too. He's got the headpiece on. Yeah, that screams like West Coast.
Oh,
like
100%.
Mexican, to me, kind of like that West Coast culture. And
Yeah,
then for the Casey one too, the cool thing is he added on the San Diego side patch. So the side patch, it says the Clink Room, and then it's got like the beach with the waves with the little pencil, and then on the bottom it says San Diego, California. So that one is a perfect 619 hat. All right, and then moving forward, we got Light 'em Up, Nightcap, and Turquoise Chief. What are your thoughts on this?
Light 'em Up, dude. That I feel like that's a kind of like really original. A really original concept. It's it makes me think like, hey, I'm gonna go get a drink and I'm gonna see that on the window of like a bar or something. And I like to drink, so I mean I and I'm thinking Clink Room. I'm thinking they're clinking, so it's I think it's a great design, solid design. And I'm sorry, what's the middle one called? It's Nightcat. Yeah, I mean, that one's just a vibe, that had definitely like a strong vibe. Makes me think it's like really serene, and I kind of like the grayscale of it all, like I know it's Clink and you're trying to mess with colorways, you be creative as you can. That kind of grayscale design, I think it's really cool, and the third one was it the Chief? Yeah, man, that one's another cool one. I do like those colors, mainly because I am a San Jose Sharks fan, and those are kind of match some of the stuff that I wear, and I do like the style of the artwork as well.
Yeah, it's badass. These are really good. It's a really good week for pre-orders. That Light 'em Up too is like not like a regular neon. They kind of blurred it too. It's like, a couple drinks in, even or even just rubbing your eyes or something. It's just like a really cool concept, man.
Right.
Turquoise Chief, like you said, the art is just stellar on that thing. That thing's gonna embroider crazy, man. Hopefully they've sorted out their legal issues with like these themes. We've been seeing, unfortunately, some of these themes take longer to get approved. I know a lot of people are just itching to get those designs, but hopefully they've put those legal issues in the past. I mean, if they're doing new ones, so hopefully they are.
For sure.
Yeah, Nightcap is badass too. Like you said, they kind of stripped down some of the other stuff. They kept it simple, but it still got packed with detail, man. That thing's badass. All right.
Agreed.
And then I think Wednesday they had a shock drop. So She Devils. So one of my favorite artists for sure, TJ40, put together this hat. So basically in Japanese, the word devil is she. So he kind of had to play on. He's doing a pun in other languages now. So the she sounds like she, as in like she, as in her. So the devil. So this one comes back in this kind of wheat color. It's got that pink with the minty green, the double weapons, rice farmer hat. Like this one's badass, man. What are your thoughts here?
So originally when I first saw this, I thought like, man, like I mean, I like the colorways and all, but I thought like it was like probably like a little too dark, maybe like less wheat, more like a camel kind of color. But then I think I saw caffeine like post up, where he's rocking it. Maybe it's just the lighting or something, and it's like, okay, it looks lighter, and like I think it looks great. I
Yeah.
think it matches up real great. I love the concept. I got a couple of 40 Swords hats. He does a good job. Yeah, I really like this one.
Yeah, badass. And it's almost almost a Dodger collar too. It's got the white button, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I messaged Casey on the sound like, I like what you're doing with the buttons, kind of mixing it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's stellar. Pink bottom. I don't know. It's just like this one feels like really like fashion cap, but it's still like got a badass logo to it.
Yeah, 100%.
I know some people don't like the side patches, but man, like to me, it just enhances the hat sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's Clink Room branding. Like you should just be proud that it's the Clink Room, something.
Yeah.
So I like this one a lot. I got this one on the way.
Nice.
All right, so now we'll cover the crits section. So these 10 will be up for Monday Morning Critz. So we're going to give you guys an advanced look and our first reaction to them. So we haven't really seen them. So let's take a look. Up first, Matt Bell, Sign of the Samurai. What are your thoughts here?
Nice. Again, like for me, those colorways, they don't really match for me. But I do like the character. I do like how it's kind of, again, it is. I do like that it's kind of like split in half, almost like it's shining on one side.
Yeah.
I would prefer maybe the colors be a little bit different. I mean, I guess if it's like a blue light that's shining on them, that makes sense, and it would make sense for like the under visor to match. Because I'm big on like the colorways of the hat. It'd be cool if it matches somewhat some of the design. So I get it. I'm not a big fan of those colorways, but I do like the design. I think it's pretty solid. Samurai mask. Looks like he's in pain or something.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the art a lot. I don't know if I love the colorway. So basically, he's got the cardinal of the crown is the cardinal of the helmet. I'd probably want a little bit more contrast with that, and then the green kind of lighting kind of throws it off for me. I'd almost rather it just be like just a darker shade of red, maybe. So maybe take that cardinal and put it on the mask.
Yeah.
And then that way you just eliminate the green and just have like white highlights. But maybe that's a little bit too boring for him. Maybe he was going for like a more of a pop color. But yeah, I'm with you. I would just rather just see this colored like it would be like in real life, I guess. Red mask, kind of reddish hat, or black helmet maybe. But yeah, either way, the art, I can't argue with the art. The art's good.
Yeah.
I just don't love the colorway.
Yep.
Yeah. Good job, Matt. All right. Number 2, Anaconda, Lane and Raphael.
Anaconda. Man, I liked it. I just see, to me, this colorways fit a little bit better. I like the style of it. It's almost a scene, but it's not quite, because the focus is on the character, and I love that. It's almost a scene, but it's not quite a scene. It's more focused on character, and I think the character looks pretty dope. I like the highlights on it and everything, so I fuck with it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
What's the undervisor looking like? What color is that?
Like a plume, like purple. Like
okay.
I think Lids used it for the Crown Royals.
Okay.
Kind of like a faded purple.
Okay.
The colorway is badass.
Yeah.
It's just, to me, like here, like Anaconda is more like a boa constrictor. The head almost looks like he's more like a viper ready to bite you, but I mean, still badass, animal in the shape, like that's like Raphael's jam. The lighting's extra cool. But yeah, it's at least you're getting it in a different kind of light or a different kind of angle, than your typical snake hat. But yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool work by Raphael and Lane. Number 3, Digital Video Destroyer. Looks like the VHS is having a battle with the DVD. And anyone born in like the 2000s is completely lost, and is not making sense. But yeah, he looks like he's continuing this kind of series. You remember the push pencils when you ran out of name?
Oh yeah,
that's what that is.
Yep.
Yeah, badass. What are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, man. I mean, I like the nostalgia of it. I got grays on my beard, so that's my era.
Yeah,
The VHS and the DVDs. So it's I love the concept. I think it's a great concept. I think the colorways they match. You got the pink from the pencil going with the undervisor. I almost want to see like because like the main focus of the design is mostly in gray.
yeah,
So I almost want to say like, and I don't know if this would be good or not, but just kind of to play around with, see if like throw some more gray like maybe on the brim or something, or because I feel like the main focus of this of the characters is mostly in gray. So
yeah,
I think I'd like to see a little bit more of that. But overall, I love the concept, love the design.
yeah. I think potentially one way you can kind of achieve that is just not having such a strong yellow in there and just going white. And that
Yeah,
way your eyes are kind of drawn to the gray. So that way you still achieve the contrast, but are not being drawn to the outline. I
yeah,
think that
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 makes sense.
potentially could be one of the things. You could just use like a super bright white to kind
Yeah,
of bump up the contrast there. But yeah, the art is amazing, and the series he has here, I think he has like Tape Eater and different
yeah,
Walkman ones, and yeah, he's kind of like found his niche with like these like old nostalgic
no,
things hitting things, and yeah,
yeah,
Sierra's awesome
he's
artist.
on
But
it.
all right, moving forward, we got Shrimpin' Ain't Easy. So Clinker Brad from Australia throwing another shrimp on the Barbie with Creature. So what do you think here?
I love the concept. I think it's hilarious. I think it's
Yeah,
a great play on words, like the pimp and shrimp.
yeah,
I like the colorways. The maybe trying to get the. I mean, you could do it with the red, but maybe the purple. I would get rid of that just because it doesn't really match the rest of the hat. I'd
hmm,
say. I mean, you can put like one color on there that doesn't match the rest of it, but I'd say if anything, maybe replace that with something more friendly with. Is that like a camel
it looks like
crown? Is that what that is?
A
A
Vegas
Vegas
gold.
Vegas
Yeah,
Vegas
yeah,
gold? Yeah, I'd say something that matches up with that a little bit better. But I mean, the red of the shrimp and the character itself is hilarious.
yeah. Then the shrimps, like the heads are gone, so now they look like lips. I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then the like the little detail of the heart
Yep.
in the skewer thing. Like
Hmm.
this is fun, man. This screams
Yeah.
Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp theme to me.
Right.
Um, but yeah, it's a great hat, I think. Um, yeah, that lavender. I don't know if it really works well with the lavender. I'd almost go silver on the skewer and then pick like a darker violet maybe for the hat. But either way,
Yeah.
solid, solid art, solid concept, and a great collaboration between Brad and Donovan here. So let's move forward. Number 5, Pushing Daisies. Donovan back again with Phil this time. Uh, Pushing Daisies. He's got the little poison logos on the water guns. This is hilarious, I think. All right, what are your thoughts on this one?
Pushing daisies, man. I love the cartoon style of it all. The the old school western, but he's also like a daisy. Reminds me of the old school like cartoons that you'd see back in the day, where just a bunch of wild stuff going on like out in the wilderness, and so I really love the style. I feel like the colorways of the hat don't quite match the character, but it could work. Maybe do something with the brim or something because I do see the green on the underneath, but
Mhm.
I feel like that light blue just doesn't really match the character at all. I mean, maybe you could think of it like as the sky for it, but I don't know. It's like for me somehow it's like it's missing the mark somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. Because like the daisy is like white and yellow. There's a lot of green and brown that they have, but the blues maybe the water. Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah,
Um, the art is so awesome though.
the art is solid, man. I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah. They killed this one. Um, Not a bad hat. I mean, it's yeah, like that kind of slate blue with the like a sky, baby blue,
Yeah.
two-tone.
Or maybe even flip the colors around. That might, from the brim and the crown.
Mm-hmm. Solid work nonetheless.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Phil and Creature's got 2 in here. Good for him. All right, let's see if he has any more. Number 6.
Treasure
Okay.
Hunter.
Treasure Hunter. Okay.
Yeah,
Green
I
one.
saw this. I saw this post a while back, and yeah, I'm glad that I seen this naked. Yeah, I think it's a great concept. I think this matches up perfectly, especially with the undervisor matching like the kind of the gold that he's standing on and whatnot. So I think this is really cool. This is super solid.
Yeah, it's like a gray with graphite, two-tone. I think the original name to this was like something else. It was Gold Digger, I think it was.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, they changed it to Treasure Hunter. That's interesting. I just like to see her growth as an artist, man. Like I would have never thought she would have did something like this a couple months ago.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you definitely seen her style like grow and develop, and it's really great. I think it's inspiring,
Yeah.
The more you put in, the more your style's gonna grow. Yeah.
Exactly. Like he's got little gold shoes. He's just so much
Yeah.
personality now. The
A
lines
lot,
are
yeah.
way smoother too.
If
She's
anything, I'd say
putting a lot
maybe
of work.
the pickaxe is kind of like curved.
Mhm.
I'd almost want to see it a little bit straighter, but at the same time, it's like that might not fit the hat as well.
Okay.
Like might poke out a little too much.
Yeah. Or you could just change instead of it just drooping on the back of the character, just have it just planted, just
Yep.
like resting on it or something. Because it's so big and you can see the details of it maybe get a little lot. There might be maybe like one too many colors in there. Like that,
Mhm.
like little like either that really light yellow or even almost close to white. You can almost chop it out. You don't almost need that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, I think this is solid. It's a cool idea. So
Yeah.
Heather
100%.
with the treasure hunter. Nice. And then number 7, we got Seamus teaming up with Gemini triplets, bringing you the Great 48. So for people who don't know, the 48th state is Arizona. And we got this kind of Vegas gold, Sedona red with that turquoise, almost like a Diamondbacks turquoise teal.
Yeah.
With copper and stuff. And see the little heart hidden in the cactus, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
What are your
So,
thoughts?
I mean, usually I would say like I'm not feeling like a bright turquoise on those colorways, but I feel like it actually kind of works on this one.
Yeah.
I think with the scene that they got going on the hat, I think it kind of works pretty well.
Yeah. I hope that's like a bright copper, like a metallic copper. I'll just make that
Yeah, that'd be fire.
really work real well. Yeah, this is solid. It's like the official Diamondbacks kind of colorway.
Right.
Got a lot of Arizona stuff. Like, yeah, this is solid. The Great State 48. Good job, Seamus and triplets. Coffee Rage. Jake and COD. So Steve from COD is continuing his like kind of coffee drink era. This is almost like a Dragon Ball ish. Like he's powering
up.
Yeah. This is real cool. What are your
I think
thoughts?
I feel like it's a little bit different than his other coffee.
Yeah, usually it's like friendly stuff, right?
Yeah,
like friendly and chill, and yeah, this is like a bubble tea and whatever.
Yeah.
This is like he's gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, right. No, I like this one a lot. Again, a solid character, funny character. I mean, since it's coffee, I'm not really thinking, those colorways on the hat. It just doesn't scream coffee to me. So I'd probably switch those up. But I love the design. Maybe because it matches with the power up, the background that it's got. So I could see that, but I'd probably switch up the colors a little bit.
Yeah, and I think that you almost don't need all those beans.
Yeah,
and maybe even a couple of the beans, just make them explode or something. That'd be kind of cool. Or even crack in half or break a little bit. But
it looks like they're kind of coming out.
Yeah.
It'd even be cool if they were just kind of like floating up. Like you said, like some Dragon Ball shit. You're powering up, and they're kind of slowly starting to like float up instead of coming out from behind you.
Yeah, but the face is cool. Like, this is
Yeah.
rad. This is rad, man. Yeah, this is like almost a comic book manga.
Hmm.
You know, like what's it called? Cartoon style. This is cool. Coffee Rage.
Yeah.
I feel like coffee rage doesn't happen when you have coffee. It's when you don't have coffee.
Yeah, right.
That's when you start.
Right.
That's when your day
Yep.
gets messed up. If you're a
Yep.
coffee drinker. But all right, man. Nonetheless, cool design and great collaboration between Jake and Steve here. And then we got Levi with menacing.
Nice. Yeah. So it looks kind of like it's a heart. So that
Yeah.
kind of threw me off because the heart isn't really like menacing, but the character is definitely menacing. And sometimes less is more, and just the kind of like simpler colorways of the design. I mean, I feel like that can be a hit.
Definitely. Yeah, it's like hidden in a heart shape, and he's still
Yeah.
smiling, but still could kill you. He's
Yeah.
badass.
Right.
Badass for sure. Good job, Levi. All right. Oh, oops, that's it. Did I miss one? Hold on. Oh shoot, I missed one. 1 second. All right, and last but not least. Oh, hold on. Oops.
Soulstorm. Okay.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta correct this. It's gonna bother me. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing on this episode.
No worries.
All right, and last but not least, Soulstorm by Milos and Eric. They got together. Oh, this one's badass. What are your
Yeah.
thoughts here?
Like I said, I don't usually like bright colors, but the way it works on the gray, it pops. It really pops out. I at first glance, it takes me a while. Like, okay, what's going on here? What is this?
Yeah.
But on a closer look, I could tell. It's a tornado, and it's just it's really cool. It's a really cool style. It's very ghostly. Very creepy.
Yeah.
And I like it.
I can see something like you doing something like this.
Yeah, right. If I did something like that, I'd probably put a face in there or something. But yeah, just to make it more characterish. But I
he's
think
definitely got 3 faces. I don't know if you could see. So in the purple, right here.
Oh, I can see it now. I definitely see it.
Yeah. There's a face up here.
Yeah, it took me a bit.
Here.
So
they are hidden in there. That's pretty badass.
And that makes the colors match, like make even more sense.
Yeah, because it's like a melding of multiple souls and
like magic, like some magical shit going on.
Yeah, and then you got the hands and the feet everywhere. Nah, this one's badass, man.
Great concept, great idea.
But that was awesome, man. Thank you so much for doing that. I know we battled some technical issues.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that.
No, it's not your fault. Not your fault. But yeah, man. Just you were great, and as soon as I asked you to come on, you were really gracious with your time, and it was cool to kind of get to know you on a more personal level and kind of get to know the artist behind the work. Because like I said earlier, I've been following you around for a while, and
appreciate that.
Man.
Yeah, it was good to know you too. To get to know you too, because I've been following you too, man. I've been seeing all the work you've been putting in. Honestly, hey, congrats on all the stuff you've achieved, man. Working with Pro Image and with the Clink and all that, man. You're doing the most right now.
I'm trying to, man. Trying to stay busy.
That's all we could do, right?
Yeah, exactly. But where can people find your work?
You can find me on Instagram on Edweird_See. That's SEE, not the letter C, but Edweird See. That's my main design page. My hat collection page is Edweird's Cat Museum. That's just kind of that's where I do hat nerd shit,
Yeah.
But if you want to see my work, catch me on the Instagram. That's probably where I show the most.
Perfect. All right, man. Like I said, really happy to meet you on a personal level. Like we've DM'd back and forth, but just kind of in passing. But now we can finally put a face to a name and make sure everyone follow Edward and get his art into your feed. Definitely a powerful artist. And until next time, we're out of here.
All right,
peace
out.
Again, you possibly can't pretend that you had a chance to win. We swarm like a torrent in the wind. Put your ideas back in the trash bin. Get back with them trash bins.
TV.